Pulse chain.
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 Now, this was an interesting story that came up a few weeks ago. I'm just catching up on some of the tweets that have been going around. I haven't been on Twitter for a while, but you know, this guy, your friend Somi, is quite well known in the RH community. He posts a lot of stuff. He picked up on this event that happens, and he goes, summary of recent events. The GodWhale gave 800 million HEX to a scammer project called HEX. Bad move, horrific sacrifice. Their genius idea is a trash stablecoin backed by silver. After catching him, they rugged instantly. They did a fake exploit of their 2 million stablecoins, sweeping and banning Telegram. They have fake GodWhale in there too. They are dumping HEX, sad state for Pulse Chain. They gave 800 million HEX. Now, he's got the link there to the address. We'll have a look at that in a minute. You'd have to be pretty stupid to follow a scam on Twitter, and you wonder why so many people get unfollowed. So that's Richard chiming in. I think he did another reply, but that one's no longer there. Maybe it's been deleted. Now, is this a scam or not? I don't know. This is just his take on it. If you go on to HEX, they've said this tweet, which looks a little bit dodgy. They say, Richard, we would like to chat to you. We don't want to price of something we love to fall. So that sounds a bit shady. This guy says, give it back to the community, stake for 5555 and EES on day one, problem solved. We'd get a hell of a lot of penalties if that happened. But I don't know if this is a legit or a scam. I mean, this sounds like a bit of a blackmail-y kind of tweet, but they could be just joking around. Their project is first to pay interest for minting a stablecoin that is pegged to silver, and then you can CD for staking as well. So that's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, the GodWhale can do what he likes with his money. Is it a scam or not? Now, he seems to think it is, but then you have this guy here who's called The Verse. He did this video here. I've watched a little bit of it, not all of it, and he seems to think the exact opposite. He seems to want to refute everything said in here as complete lies, and he says the only thing that's true is that 800 million move. So he thinks the project's legit. So I don't know. It's up to GodWhale what he does with his money. If you look at the address and you come down here, you can see, so this was about a month ago now. That's when it came in. That's the 830 million coming in there. And you can see what happened over the next few days. There was nothing actually rugged. So what Sami was saying wasn't true. You can see that 20 out of that went out the day after. And then after that, actually more amounts started coming in. These are all ins. And it wasn't for 17 days later when they started actually moving these out. And as far as I know, these are all still in some of the wallets. If we check one of them, just that last one there, for example, if we go in there, you can see that that money is still in there. So that HEX is still in there. So Silver says, do not buy HEX. HEX now, guy is now moving GodWhale sack. It's splitting into multiple wallets, starting to market dump and rolling into stakes, likely to sell the interest. This will take a long time to flush out. Don't give your money to him or dump on him. Let him trash HEX for scraps. HEX isn't doing anything different from most OGs done with HEX. So there's Marco saying that. So people have got different takes on it. Crypto Coffee here saying, I don't know what these numbers are there. He's got various percentages. I don't know what that is. 800 million HEX potential sell pressure from GodWhale's accident. So he's calling it accident. Was it an accident? We don't know. We haven't heard anything from GodWhale. So I don't know if he was scammed and tricked or if it was an accident. But so he's putting a limit order in to try and scoop some of that price up if it does sell. And then finally, this guy here. He says, quick summary of HEX movements today. So they staked 600 million HEX for 34 days. They sold 940,000 HEX for 7k, holding 230 million HEX liquid. Combined T-shares, 24,000 T-shares. Wow. Will earn 5.3 million HEX in yield over 34 days. So they've got a nice yielding there. So who knows? This is what GodWhale sacked for this project, and hopefully he wasn't scammed, but at the end of the day, it's up to him what he does.